Hey, howdy, hey, it's Topper. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's time for more Hades.
Let me see you now for what you truly are.
And yeah, I'm gonna start off a quick and easy one. Man, I actually got everything. Everything was just done here. Except for the bubble. That gives me an idea actually. If I want to make friends with Dionysus, Dionysus is what I'm going to get. Yep.
No thanks.
Nice and simple. Nice and simple, and here we go. Hit, Hades. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. It's 2022. Happy New Year. Here we go. Drinks all around.
To the god of wine. The very best is what. And down here, this is it, mate. I'm grateful I've got some of your spirit in me. To have such a connection with you despite all the distance between us.
Some of your spirit in me.
Zach, I cannot believe what you're offering to me. Ambrosia Man for me? And talk about a bottle that has seen some wild days and nights. I mean, if it got all the way to you down there, only to come back up. Know what? I'm saving it till we can share it here.
Oh, that's nice. Fallen Forge of Dionysus. Yeah.
Oh, Zach, have I got something special here for you. I mean, this here is top-notch stuff. Even among the top-notch stuff I have to give. Just look at this.
Look at this.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes. I guess this is nice. I'm not going for anything anymore, am I? Let's just get all the highest rated stuff and see what that gets me. Woohoo! Into the abyss. When you stay into the abyss, you enter it. Let's go. Come on, no fish. I guess that's still something I think I gotta look for.
From the little son of Hades, once again did not entirely anticipate you would arrive just now. I suspect even your father must have difficulty keeping track of you through the domain he calls his own.
That's cool. Ooh, oh, each time is special. Oh my. Time you attack, get hit. Ooh. Let's see how far I can get from this. This sounds like a funny one. No attacks, all specials, all power. Spread the bow. Eat my dust.
Good night.
I mean, it's totally doable. That's fine. I also got Cassidy. Can't forget that. Cannot forget that.
And now,
Like the long range punch. Zoom punch. You can see me on the other side of the door. Up to
wretches.
Oh, don't mind me. Trap go. Actually does some good hangover damage. Like it stacks up Bastionized nicely.
Hi, Aphrodite.
Go harder.
Birdie told me recently that you and Meg are the Fury. Why, you've grown quite close. Now do be careful around her, and try not to get attached there,
Oh, she doesn't approve of Magro, huh? Interesting. More damage does not hold me. And slides.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm feeling fabulous. Ooh, boy. Is there contact damage? That with these enemies. I don't have to worry about the airless skin. I got no heat on me. Upgrade. Ah, big money, big money, big money. Hey, Shade. How you doing? Happy New Year. Ooh. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him now. He's finally back to kick some tail. His actual gun fires and sports. If he shoots you, it's gonna hope. Zagreus! Hades' son. Huh. Zagreus! Zagreus is healed. Huh. Woo!
My boon from chaos is transformed.
Good, good, good. No cool thing. I know it has something to do with the special, so I shouldn't do something that modifies the special. Yeah, sure. Whatever. So triple shot it is.
Deadlier than
This
ever.
is only nice. Look, I got a range attack, and then a range attack. Wow. They're so interchangeable. Yeah. Are you liking the new year, Shade? It's new! It's new and very new. Oh. Nah, that triple shot gonna be funny to me. How was your day? It just started. Let's go. It's new. It's been fantastic. Celebrated the new year the same way I do every year. Hang out with the family. Always with the family. We go watch some Disney fireworks.
You've been
From
looking
our
for this, haven't you?
little spot we got. Whoa, that killed him. How has your year been? Pretty fantastic.
Like this, I accept this message.
Oh. I'll take this one. How's the new year been for you? Is it everything you wished for and more? And more? This is deadly. My goodness. Right. So the only things I am kind of looking for are things I can do achievement-wise. But that's not too major. Or too demanding, I should say. Or how easy to get it in any case. I'll still look out for it best I can. Here, hold this. This is terrifying. I got my short range blast right here. Punch. Coconut. Oh. Coconut. Maybe Vulcan scrap down some other stuff. Collaboration, sharing of knowledge. Oh my gosh, it's happening. The transfer of knowledge is real. Group belonging. That's neat. That's neat to see you, Shade. Get that knowledge.
Father.
What? What? That was a triple kill. That was a straight up triple kill, dude. safe. What for? The absolute range on this thing. No, that range. I'm walking right up to them, sniffing their butts.
That's enough.
But I am tearing them a new opening. My goodness. Ooh. The baboona. New Year's resolutions. I got a few of them. I got a lot of stuff I want to try out for the new year. Aphrodite is scary.
I knew you'd come around.
Ooh. It's decent.
What way to spoil the feast there, Zag? I mean, come on, I thought it was your mate. Was I mistaken, man?
Was I mistaken? How you do?
So that's the way it is then. Okay, good for
I
my guess.
cast Death Bundle low. It's just so much damage. Ow, ooh, ow. Ow, I'm drunk.
Okay, let's say we're settled up now, Zag, and go on being best mates just like before, yeah?
Yeah. Ooh. I like this. I like it, I like it. Ooh, something to recover health. Bad deal at the moment. We used last year's resolutions. I kinda use the same resolution every year too. That's a lot of schools. Normal schools. Haha.
Worthless wretches.
I guess when all your attacks are spread them. Clear the sky stream and draw things. Ooh. The
Nothing's
life.
happening, mate.
The life. Thanks for the free money, Chump. I guess.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just do this.
Tidings, nephew.
Good tidings. Cool.
Time to face the
Move more.
Furies.
No, the video games is going back. Probably going to do some personal achievements. Ooh. Yeah.
Damn you for this, Red Blood. You're making me look bad, you know? Making me feel bad.
Feel bad. My feelings.
Electo, I didn't ask you to repeatedly attempt to kill me. How did you expect me to respond?
You do know what happens when you make me feel bad, don't you?
No. What happens?
Don't do that.
Oh my gosh. It's a very hot next phase.
She's getting angry.
Die. I think that was a new record for that boss.
See you later.
I don't care that took a few hits. That was... that was quick. New things to look forward to in the new year for old Topper.
You'll have more difficulties up in Asphodel.
Maybe I should switch.
I feel like equipping more Aphrodite. If I already have one, I might as well try and make it better quality. I think that's the best use for that.
Going.
You know, in terms of improving my life quality, this past year has been pretty great. Got some things, some other things, the stream itself. The stream itself, wow. The streaming thing has been a lot more fulfilling than I imagined it would be. So I want to put more effort into it, more quality of life improvements for it. See if that does anything for me. Improves the experience for everyone, you know. Getting into back into some game dev stuff would be nice too. I feel like I put that on a low priority of things the past year.
Surface, boss. I might suggest you be very quick about it, and might give you this.
Oh, am I moving fast? Pain. Join the Pip Sky Team, we have Pain. Cute goals, more pain than cold full. Pain, pain, and only pain. Did I mention the pain? Hey, buy pain now, get pain free. That was double ball. More health, don't mind if I do. Spaghetti cold pain. It gets everywhere. And it spills too. Oh, my cold. Not my cold. Gold attack is pretty much the wall I can always hope for. Ow. Nullify. That special needs an effect on it. Oh,
That's something.
thanks for jumping to your death there, me.
Come to me, fishes.
There's Aphrodite.
Fish.
Flame Eagle! Whoa, I have not caught that in a long time. Good boy. I've said I wanted to work on the game the past year, and I didn't even get to revising the physics for it, let alone getting anything done. Hopefully I feel more confident stuff this upcoming year. Wow, that was a good teamwork. You sure got me, mate. Die. Ow. There we go. Actually, I pinged it.
There goes the power couple.
Oh, jeez. Ooh, I like this one actually. Makes them yeah, if it inflicts them, then the other hits in my triple bow attack just deal with that much more damage. I'm gonna put more effort in other areas too. Wow, there's a reason I was able to, for once in my life, actually ask something of Cole in this past day. That's because I have the means to ask a little bit more in my life. I'll put a lot more effort into that aspect.
Power of Olympus.
That'll be nice. Must be nice to do whatever the heck you wanna do. Must be nice. Must be nice. I use to have more things going on. Die.
There's more.
I have so many games I want to play on stream. I wonder why I was ever worried my life about having enough games to play. I don't think I can run out for 2 years at this rate.
Dionysus.
And it's gonna keep going on and on. Armadillo's always cute. I don't have that much money. That's why I needed to. I've been going through this game so many times and I feel like I don't even know a few things still. I gotta look how to make friends with the rest of the gods, see what those Kono achievements require me. What the heck is what a K1 loyalty code is?
I had longed to hear the sound of your hiss, Lenny.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. Woo! 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 My goodness. My goodness. So quick. Ow. Oh, that one's just dying too. Okay. Nothing personal, only. It stabs 3 arrows in your back there.
Clear.
Okay. I was clear. Clear.
The Hydra fell to you again, did it?
Is it any surprise? Honestly, once you get on a streak past 20, nothing should be that surprising. It doesn't matter. Broken speed point. Let's go. Oh. And I forget to use it so often. It doesn't matter. Nothing really matters to this one. I'm still looking for upgrades, man. One upgrade. Exactly one bow upgrade is all I need. You. Ooh, one. You. All I want for this past Christmas is another. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do I still not even have casting, maybe? Jeez. Been slacking on these booms. Woo. I felt it. I felt that it wouldn't come up. I'm so normal wanting to feel.
Modified.
Jeez. Aphrodite, Aphrodite. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Ready for me?
It goes wide and it goes to fall. Zagreus with his bow and gun. If he shoots you dead. Not a chance. Huh. Zagreus. Hey, son.
Nice try.
They don't stand a chance. Not a chance.
Olympus, I accept this message.
I might as well just do this now. I got some things that make weak a better effect at this point. Okay. This might be the most damage dealing move I've ever had in this game. A triple arrow with all the other boons on it.
Coin for
How
Kel.
terrifying. Ares, huh? No, haha. Maybe there's a reward for getting less boons. Fine. Ares, he's feeling left out. Hey, bullfight. Hey.
I'm still learning all your tricks, short one. Come show me more.
It's a shame these enemies can't, like, mourn in the slightest.
Not even a scratch.
Are you sure?
Stop.
That had to have been a 10-second fight.
Drunken Dionysus cannot help you near as much as I, my hellborn kin. Compare the gift he gave to what I offer you.
I'll take this cast. I'll take that one.
This means war.
Hey, passive damage thing won't be so bad in this fight. New Year's Eve.
Thought I'd find you here.
Punk.
I only have a little time until my next assignment, but this shouldn't take too long.
Ooh. Does a quick hookup thing, boy?
Champions could use a lesson in humility.
Lesson 1. Don't mess with either one of us.
Yeah! Neither one of us. Especially me. Hey, 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 hey now.
Already dead.
Oh yeah, those things go through walls. Yeah, I think I got this. Get your own kills. What are you looking at? Cade. My KD.
You still alive? You're not too bad at this.
My KD. Ah. Yeah, sure, why not? The dual Buno isn't the one I got. Well, the chance to get it is always available, I guess. Wait, I don't know. I hold the fish. There it is. Man, that's far away.
Mine.
T-Mare.
Ooh, sea bear.
Ooh.
Champions of Elysium, now prove yourselves.
That arrow always, like, surprises me.
Enough, I've better things to do.
That's just wave dash there. Dun, 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 dun. Double bonus, let's go. There's a achievement for using a Greater Call against a god you're currently fighting with. It's gonna be
God or the other.
tricky lining that up.
Let's wait until you see the seas, nephew. My underwater realm is the most glorious of the world's habitats. It positively teems with life. And it's much cooler there than in that sweaty underworld of yours.
It's ready. Nephew.
Things of our kind are unpredictable, my kin. But you shall find responses to such acts to be the definition of consistency.
I believe you. Now, once of you
Yes.
has considered the possibility of map order. Oh, the wolf. What happened to you? He's not even hitting anything. I also got this just going on. Nope. Building up the gauge is going to be hard because you can't do just enemies normally. And maybe for having that homies thing in effect too. Just waiting around for it to charge up.
My wrath, and I commend you for it. Let us continue on, as friends and kin.
I like ults to kill. That's just a flat boom off the board.
Everything I need.
Oh, fire, fire. You know what? If I had advice for people starting out this game, I would say bow is the easiest weapon to start with. It's a weapon I forespeed the game with. That's because it gave me the spacing needed to look at my enemies and see how they attacked. Once you learn the enemy attack patterns, the game is beat. Once you can't be surprised by anything, you're done. Ow. Moving on, moving on, moving on.
Good enough to eat. Powered up.
I'm thinking critically. I'm thinking critically back on this game. Dual boons. Can I even show up on the fourth floor?
and I shall smite you back into the lowest depths of hell.
I don't think they can. I think that's too only for two gods that you have to show up. And they don't show up in the fourth floor, that's for sure. So they can only happen in the second and the third. So that's some quick preparation you gotta do to set up that one achievement. He just flew and stuck. He's stuck because he didn't know how far he flew. He's getting glitched, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Get some movements. You can't. Theseus.
Olympus, I invoke your aid. You want to tangle with us?
That's one champion unseated. Never enough. I dedicate this victory to you, good Shade.
Good Shade. My fan in the audience. My good Shade. There you are. There you are. You're in the game. Let's go. Sure. I'll keep it. I don't even have a legendary to purge. If I had a legendary build, I'll purge it at this point. But alas, I did not for the achievement. Arrow.
The edge of Father's realm.
Money.
Look at all that coin.
I could have nothing left to buy and I'll still pick up invasives for gold. I want to have its die home. Yes. Always.
Pleasure doing business.
Sure. Maybe. No double boom. I'll take Poseidon and the other, and the other, and the other. I think that's quite a trap kill.
Hello.
Always go after the beams. It's funny how most strategies don't really change. Even the greater skill and experience of this game. Go after the beams, correct. That is the correct choice. Not even another option.
The blasted giant bother has come back.
I didn't even get the upgrade, did I? Here's another
You're gone.
gold one for me. No chance to get something new, but I don't think anything new got happened here.
In the name of Hades. Five-second rule. That was 5 seconds, right?
Practically the most useless boon. There's nothing I even prefer over it.
This can get me out of here.
Oh. Exactly, yes. Going through Hades. Oh. The poison doesn't mean anything to me now. Anything here? Okay. Nothing I need. Ow, ow, ow. Ugh. Oh, it's coming from me. You got what I need. Oh, yes, indeed. There's a great shit. I'm pretty sure there was an exclusion for this thing. When it sucks, it's pretty cool. Wow, how neat. The suck. Time to succeed.
Find something for Cerberus. Missed it.
Over Eagle. That's fine. I already caught 2 nice fish this way. Thought you were a rat. Didn't always show up when you wanted to.
Any boons worth giving up?
You can reward which ones you can sell. That's good to know. An extra tidbit. New knowledge. That looks painful. Hole in the blades. That's the nicest way to go. Oh.
No Satyrs. A special treat for Cerberus.
Alright, looks like this one's coming to an end.
I can use this.
Sunken Treasure's the only boon you can get twice in the one, isn't it? Let me get it again.
Let's make some waves.
Oh, interesting.
Tower of Olympus.
That is an interesting little tidbit,
Else you
ain't
got,
it?
Charon?
What else you got? That's interesting.
Persuades the underworld
A boon you
to
can get
purchase
twice.
Guardian.
That really does mean it's just a... You want presents, nephew?
Thank you, boy.
Cerberus left you is hungry. Fish, I must not die.
Alright, this is it.
Do.
No matter how quickly you're able to get here, I shall be waiting.
How quickly? He's saying I got here quick. That's cool.
Do you feel your blood beginning to boil? Darkness. Darkness.
This one's on me.
Darkness.
Hades doesn't like to get involved.
Deathless wretches, I compel you to fight.
Help with something, Father?
Darkness. Wait.
Not now.
Lots. Chicken.
I have something for you.
What is it? Man.
I shall see you back at home.
Yes, you will.
Again,
Hi.
you.
You.
In the name of someone very sore right now.
Fable and envy. Not even my best time, but pretty close to it. Fish.
I know you're out there, fish. Come on out.
Dropped.
Yep, that's a trout.
Yeah, it is. What shall we? So many to get. Hey Dev, how you doing? Happy New Year!
Grim Lord Hades in a thrilling fight. Prince Agrius discovers it was all a dream.
I seen that one before.
A deadly nightmare, actually.
I seen it's all dream before. I'm starting to repeat. Spaghetti string. Less spaghetti. Who touched my spaghetti? Remember that meme? Ooh, that was all over the place for 2 days, like years ago.
I did it, I think.
Yes, you did. Memes.
Everyone, he's back!
I
There's
am.
no escape, in case you hadn't heard.
I am constantly escaping.
I was looking all over for you. Whatever you did to my blasted seat is of no consequence to me. From my vantage point, I can't even see it. A foolish prank and waste of valuable resources, nothing more.
Because I changed his throne. Ha! Joke's on you, I can't even see the seat I'm sitting in.
It's more for everybody else than you, Father. Think of it as a tribute to Cerberus. Besides, you really should think about changing up the look of this place from time to time. Keep things fresh.
The limitless work keeps things fresh enough as it is. Though if making aimless changes in this house is how you choose to spend your limitless time, I'll have no part of it.
Good dialogue. Good dialogue. Thank you, game.
May you yet find your muse somewhere out there, my friend.
I waived the punishment sentence for Sisyphus the Knave King, Nyx, except he chose to stay. He chose to stay in Tartarus, I think in part because he likes getting to speak with me from time to time. Also his bolder friend.
This is such an old dialogue.
That sounds to be an agreeable outcome for him. Though his liberty is not the end of his rehabilitation. As his friend, please make certain he does not run afoul again of your father, child.
I'll look out for him. He certainly looked out for me.
Yeah. So that one was kind of a... Nothing new happened.
I hope you'll get to see Thanatos again soon.
Ooh.
Good seeing you.
Good seeing you?
Say, Meg's the featured servant of the house.
What are they saying? Oh wow. I don't need that much time blood anymore, but that's still pretty good.
Good deal. Here's the fee.
Listen to this.
Whisper. Do you ever see people whispering and then they look at you and you're like,
Chef.
huh?
Do what you will with these, my good chef.
5 keys, 3 nectar, 1 diamond.
I'm much obliged.
And they keep whispering and looking straight at you. That ever happened to you? I don't think it's happened to me. Must be weird if it happened to the complete strangers doing it.
About risking it all, sir. Did you come to any decision about what that meant? What you should do?
I'm getting there, lad. In battle, I would operate on instincts, make snap judgments almost instantly. In other matters, though, I need some time. Your patience, please.
I'll hold you up.
I'll let you know if I can figure something out.
Please do.
Yes, please. The only thing this one is good for is getting some of this dialogue to advance.
You and Achilles ever get to talk much, Stan?
I have my orders, he has his. What do you think? Even back when he was still alive, there was no real chance I was going to be the one to take him here, given his line of work.
Because he was a warrior. When mortals die a violent death, they are no longer your case, are they?
Really? Is that a distinction?
No. I tend to those in less of a hurry to come here.
That's a little holy. Natural causes and such.
You're going back there?
Yes.
Hello, I'll only be a moment. Everybody hang in there.
Azag, Chad.
Never.
The Fanny Virgin.
Had enough in there?
Always slouching. Never wins the competitions. Zagreus does it just for fun. Gets the reward all the same. You know, I think I'm gonna do this one rank up thing. Just once. See what happens.
I believe I'm eligible for the rank of Warden, Resources Director.
Alpha Warden. Wow. I'm so fulfilled now. Alpha Warden. Alpha. Oh, that was fun.
Oh, what's this?
Alpha! Alpha! What is all of this stuff? I think Alpha Warden actually unlocks some neat stuff, you. Look at the cost on these things. My goodness. What am I looking at? Theme. Look, you get to have a taste of him now. Hey, keep up the good walk. Keep up the good. What is all of this? Wow. Until the House of Hades. Themes are just a thing? Now. Let me buy the 10 diamond one because that's cheap. Inferno, an unbearable heat.
Contractor, work approved. They say this one's the
Renovation
hardest
authorized.
side of Elysium.
Who are these self-appointed judges, I would like to know?
They say judges. Ah. They say. Well, you know, there's even more things to unlock, even past what you got. I don't know if I bind one song is how you get better at the lyre.
Work approved.
Another song.
Another. What?
Go about your business.
So, where's that theme? Or that theme at? Man, I'm confused. But, okay. Maybe it's like the menu. Let me look at the menu. No, I think the thing here. What did the theme do?
Utterly immovable. Let's have a look here.
Yeah, there's not even that much more I want to buy. Oh, I'm Alpha Warden. Doesn't matter. I do what I want. Alright, let's have another quick and easy bow one.
What's new, Skelly?
What's new, Skelly Cat?
We'll hop to it.
Whoa.
You are as multifaceted as anyone I know.
What's new, Skelly Cat? Whoa. Well, I at least became friends with Dionysus. We share a jubilant bond. Two free spirits, though far apart, still can brighten each other's days. Aww. I have the third storyline and 4 more gods to make friends with. That's right. I wanted to see what the heck I need to do to get anywhere with that. And since I just had a run where nothing happened, it's now time to see what needs to be done. Well, oh my gosh. Ares' favor requires completing the War God's Bloodlust prophecy and saying at minimum 10,000 enemies total. The Affinity Gauge will not immediately unlock, but rather from a dial of favors a few encounters later. I did that 10,000 thing 20 runs ago, at least. Oh my gosh, I just need to get dialogue with him. Alright, back on the list you go, Ares. Jeez. Just dialogue. More and more dialogue, it's all blending in together. Okay. What about these other fellows? Artemis Fable requires seeing multiple streams of dialogue. All you have to do is talk to Artemis. That's it. Hades, help me. It's just talking to them. There's nothing to do but talk. Oh my gosh. It's just same for the needle. Just talk to her. Hades, help me! Maybe Homies is actually anything different. Oh, hello. Okay. Homies is a little different. Speaking with him while having the plume equipped and max level to 3. Oh, max leveled it. Oh, he's the one guy that actually wants you to have it equipped and leveled up. Well then. In that case. Alright. Research finally yielded something. You can only get him on level 2, so let's have someone else on the up and up. Alright. Pick one. Still going for the bow, and let's talk to the family. Over and over again.
Have to admit, you're very capable unbeatable with Coronoct. Now I can hit a bullseye in my sleep, but you'll be right there with me if I don't keep practicing, I think.
Epic.
On the prowl.
I am epic. Into the abyss again. When the hate is gone.
I find that it is difficult maintaining my connection with many consciousnesses, such as yours and that of the goddess Nyx. Yet I am also finding that this difficulty is fully warranted. Our connections give me much to consider as I await our next exchange.
This is always pretty fun to have. You can't say no to an extra cast. It's just unbelievable. One thing my family did for New Year's today. We actually played some games, video games. They're like the usual holiday fail. But we played some Jackbox games. That's always a hoot. Actually, one. Good Flash. That was fun. It's fun making the most ridiculous angels and people whack them. Fun feelings. There's also this other game that's called Codename.
My dearest little godling, how fares everything with you of late? I love to have these little interactions with you, simple as they are, for they have brightened many of my evenings here.
Ooh. That's decent. You'd think they'll have other gods pop up. Like, I'm gonna try to actively avoid gods I don't need to talk to at this point.
Charon must be nearby.
You tease! Have I never entered the shop?
Got a bite. Another knucklehead.
I can examine something here?
The river Styx flows infamously through the underworld, offering the boatman Charon expeditious travel from the realm of mortals to the lowest depths, where many of their shades reside forever.
Too bad I can't just take the ferry to the surface.
Did I just never talk to you down here? I see your shop on the first floor, but that's always been before the boss fight, hasn't it? Man, this is good. Okay then. I don't know if examining that one thing will do anything for me.
This time.
Ah, the needle. Dialogue, yes. Man, and I was liking doing the middle stuff too, and it still wasn't enough.
Back to the shadows.
I have to tell you something, little sprout. I take cold comfort knowing that my foster brother Hades is no better at his parenting than I.
Then I. Old comfort. That was the Hades equipment of the rusty knife. Talk yourself out of the true end now. Boom, so boom. 2020's boom. We need to start over. It's only been 3 hours. Help! Hades equipment equivalent. Oh, I see what you're saying. Wait, what game are you referencing? I've heard of Rusty Knife, but I can't picture the game that's actually doing. Ooh, this. Yes. I'm going to go for that greater call against the thing. It's nice and oldie and I can potentially get to it. I don't need to talk to Boldy, but I will. Resident Evil 2? Really? I played that game, I don't recall any ending differences. Must be the original one then.
Hey, Your Highness, good old Baldy there had several things he wanted to tell you.
Oh, did he now? Oh.
Thank you for listening to him. With all that said, I think I've got something for you right here.
Ah.
Not to worry.
Don't know why I keep doing this, Baldy, yet here we are. Huh.
I think I ain't going anywhere else. Move speed bonus. Wow. Isn't that such a thing that games would do? The innocent item that does way more than you expected. And not even like a gameplay thing. It's just like, well, your cutscene is now different.
What?
Have a nice life. How annoying. Just of it. It needs to be a greater call, I know that much. When the time comes.
What do we have here?
Getting homies would be nice. Upgrade. Let's go! Upgrade chains. Leave us team nice. It might be Silent Hill. Silent Hill! That would make a lot more sense. I know that game has multiple endings, puzzles, and just a whole bunch of screw you type deals in its item inventories. I mean, man, playing a Silent Hill game would be interesting. I never played one of those. Whole game. But I remember reading about one of the items that just you pick it up and then the enemies just auto for that one. No special reason, they just all. Yes! Relentless volley. Your special files plus 4 shots. Wow! I wonder why I never took it before. It's so wide. Wow! Woo! You know, people talk really highly of Silent Hill to the point that I wonder how it can have such a high reputation for being a old school horror game. Then again, it did pretty much inspire what horror games are all about, for the most part. So, it's got something. It's got something that I don't know, and I just don't know because I never played it. I'll take health.
Come forth, wretches, and stop this meddler.
Meddler on the roof. Yada. Ah, That's pretty good spread.
Help yourself.
Peace and quiet.
I'm gonna do a thing where I pick the shop option each time and see what that gets me.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me. Ooh! Actually, this was a good idea. Because now I can just buy homies.
Been working with my good professional associate, the boatman there, since I don't know how long. Though, let me tell you guys, we haven't had a job quite like this yet.
Yeah, good. Alright, this is the pot. This is the pot that I needed to have my grand plan in action. Next, I just have to fight the needle. It's me.
You know, Redblood, my appointments usually don't come to me, much less again and again. Think I'm here to show you a good time, huh?
Yeah.
Electo, I'd just like to see you menacingly smile. And hey, having to deal with you now and again beats having to fight Meg all the time.
You think dealing with me beats dealing with that weakling?
She took it as a your vehicle, but I just mean as a matter of variety. Oh, poor Electo.
Powering up.
Piece of toast.
Did I almost die in that fight? I can't even tell anymore. But yeah, I did almost die.
Enjoy the searing heat of Asphodel.
If you didn't heal, you would have died. Dead.
Takes hold power.
Yeah, let's have this on me now. Try and encourage homies to talk to me. Yeah. Do the thing. I need to buy that. Alright, homies, I'm ready. Lay it on me, homies. I got triple link feathers just for you. This is the most different item. Oh wow. And speak of the homies. Hey y'all, smart here. My damage output isn't insane, but it's respectable. Good mange too. So, power control is certainly taken care of. Not the instant death impact of a previous one getting. That's fine. How do you do?
Hey, looking like you're getting some good use out of that fancy plume of yours. Keep going like that. Maybe someday you'll be half as quick as me.
Half as quick as me. Ooh. Oh, legendary.
Let's go, let's go.
And that's it. That's how you unlock homies. Have the stupid plume equipped. That doesn't even sound like a heart-to-heart dialogue. That was just, hey, you're doing pretty good. That's pretty good. Come on.
Son of Hades.
It's me. Foes, dash strike. I'm okay with not casting, I guess, but I'm not dash striking that much. Let's go with the money. And until that's activated, might as well build up the health. My itty bitty health pool looking a little bit low. I didn't take the thing that holds me by casting it. I just started blasting it for some reason.
You dare?
I dare. Oh, ominous. Oh, wow. Goodness gracious.
Nothing.
And they said no fools, they won't lie. They won't kid him. Oh my gosh.
Useless.
Nice.
Now to collect.
Perfect. He's quick. Oh, the relationships are cool. He's quick. Not me.
Hello, Mega Gorgon.
Sorry, homies. They let me know when I take too long. Good. Good, good, good. Ow. The special attack not doing it for me, is it? Ow. Oh, a duo. Yeah, why not?
The might of the Huntress. Steady.
Good thing I got 3 extra lives to sleep through. Yo, low except triple. Best thing about the spread attack is that projectiles aren't a deal to be worried about. Need more damage. Sorry, homies.
They shall have
Chaos Prison wasn't lying. What's with all these enemies? I'm not even aiming at this point, just hit them.
Dead to the last.
New Year's Topple is getting too sleepy here. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. No, I need them. I don't need you. I need everything else. was supposed to be this much chaos rooms? Feels like I just got it.
Come on in.
No, don't worry about speed anymore. I just want to make friends here. Alright then. I said I want to do the shop each time it comes up, so what happens when I do? But apparently I just haven't been doing that.
Should help keep me going.
Yes, pretty nice. Nothing new to say. Oh, what you say? Maybe I just need to buy more items from him. Maybe that's the thing.
Catch up some other time learning, as I'm in a bit of a rush. I'm out.
Good damage. Good damage. We can get up close and close to me. Your special attack is actually dangerous. Probably the most dangerous in all. Pockets. It freezes you, but doesn't really damage you.
That's all the heads. The underworld's power.
Okay. Do I still need the plume equipped?
Short work of the Hydra, then, I take it.
Yeah, thanks. I need dialogue with Ares. I'll see if I can even get them to pop up. Dialogue. I just need to talk to them. When you talk to people, it makes them feel nice. That's the deal. That's how you make relationships. That's how you forge the bonds.
Much nicer climate.
I have an upgrade, but I'll take another one. The one I need. Stand still, please. Thank you. Why? Boneless is kind of stable, actually. I think that's why people aren't dying as quick as I want to. More enemies, more problems, not enough to kill. I just have the one move.
Master Chaos has evolved.
Oh. That's gonna stack nice. That's gonna stack nice.
Don't make me
Watch out for those pot shots. I have a goal too, see? Mine's a little more special.
I expected more from the Exalted.
Thank you. I think that's profit. I don't know. Aves, let's go. Let's go, Aves. Found them, tell them. What is this backstabbing, big dashing technique they got here? I know I can get it. I'm not even shooting my bow anymore. It doesn't do anything anymore.
The more you slay your enemies, my kin, the stronger the bond between us, I think. Maybe you not feel it too? Though perhaps your lust for blood overpowers your other senses,
Bond. Please be it. Yes! Oh, thank goodness. Now I said I'm going to go to the shop each time and see what that does. And if this duel fight had Demeter in it, I would go to it. But it doesn't. So to the shop I go. I will pass up the duel because I'm just trying to figure out how to get shop stuff in. Holy moly.
That's a relief.
Just a little bit more, just a little bit higher. Just anything. Come on, what do you want from me? More Demeter at least. I'm trying out different things here.
I have looked forward to repaying you in kind for our last fight.
Nice fight both insanely, but it's so slow. He can barely move.
Got you, Bullman.
Oh man.
In the name of Hades.
Yeah. Doing any force would be nice at this point. Demeter, woo!
Instead, they will suffer.
How did these guys not get hit?
You're late.
Okay, now it's doing some liquor damage. The falling walks.
You shouldn't have crossed me.
Just cross applesauce. Don't care about that. Man, I had a nice setup, but this wasn't the time for it. Really gonna be lucky to set up the need requirements for that achievement.
I feel stronger.
I guess I'm not too worried about saving up money for the end. This is kind of the ideal attack of mine for this build. I'm glad I bought that help now.
Okay.
Chaos. You're kidding me. Can't take straight chaos this late.
Get your hands off my trophy.
My trove! This may have been bad.
Regenerating.
Things I do.
Disappointing for these so-called champions.
On my authority.
Contrived plot twist. Find the chicken across the road because the road is a shadow organization of chickens running a chicken coop. Double cross. Chicken coop. Oh. Yeah.
Won't be needing that.
Achievement unlocked. Thanks, but no thanks. Sell legendary boon. Let's go. And it popped up there. Let's go. That's done. I no longer have to worry about doing that ever again. And what a nice legendary to sell. Yo, cast return to you. Great. I don't care about them anyways. Woo. Let's go. Woo, 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 woo. I don't think that actually matters for the game itself, you know, internal game reward stuff, but it was something asked of me. I was happy to oblige. Alright, so this one actually favored itself pretty nicely. Got something done for its easy troubles. More? Hold on. One of these. I actually killed that Chaby that was over there. Thank goodness.
Denizens of the deep arise. I got one.
Yeah, go.
It's a cuff, all right.
A nice one. Come. Oh, you need a biting cold, doing that extra like a super poison. Yeah, killing freeze. I'll make that call better, right? But the call itself is fine, I guess. Alright, shop visit. Shop. Shop till I drop. Does the game look zoomed in? Or was that just me? Anyways, bye. I guess it doesn't matter past this point for anything, so whatever. I'll let go. I visited the shop and bought something at least. Me!
It is as the king said. You will not leave Elysium except through us.
Us. Hey, cool. Into a moment of fool. Silly. No. Why does that... Wait. When something pierces, does it go through shields? Is that the power of Artemis? See, she ignores shields? Oh. That's interesting. That is interesting. Well. That's just something I just noticed. Freeze. it actually goes through shields.
That ought to shut him up.
Hmm.
Darkness.
That only really significantly applies to the shield enemies and
For your support, my shade.
this shield boss, but it's just another thing I didn't know piercing can do.
You won't get through quite that easily.
Alright, so I got all this. This finally opened up, thank goodness, so just a matter of getting the meat on a nicer side. I don't really care about these other boons, so do I care to level up something? I guess the meat. I'll level up that some. Just to have it, and on I go. Let's beat up Dad again. It's routine at this point. Routine. It's fun when you can build a build on a single attack. Or at least the main attack has the frost effect. Even slowing a boss down a little bit helps a lot. Well, this is the final shop. I entered the shop every way I could. So on this video. I like that. I like this one.
I'll make every strike count.
I bought something from your shop on every floor. Please give me something, K1. Mate!
Where to?
Let me know.
Try this way.
I can go to Ares too and see if I can get them to avoid your quick and easy. Ow, ow. That's cool. Say the lookout! Freeze! This damage is not that overwhelming. But, you know, it's all as good. Oh. Close. Hey! Die! I like your attitude. I like your attitude. Yeah, my attack is just for inflicting freeze. That though. Dab, dab, dab.
That's the most gigantic vermin I've ever seen.
At least the special will sail through armor again. Best this way out. Man, I don't remember you dash dancing that much. Woohoo! Alright.
The goddess Demeter.
Bill's killing freeze. Killing freeze. I need bottle. Now you drink water, thank Poseidon. Water came from there probably.
Enough of this place.
Wow, Poseidon.
Need to keep looking down those passageways.
Fishy.
That's a bite.
Go for it.
Victory.
I had some deep insight just now. Insight! Shade! What's the insight? And can you see terrifying creatures yet? Speed. I am speed. Yes, what's up? You don't know what's going down. But when you know what's going down, you know what's up! Oh! That is some insight. I would not be surprised if that's the origin of phases. in such a way like that. Why, yes, I am in fact playing. Can't you tell? Spam. How did I know? I can gift them! Woo! Get drunk, Ares.
I offer you this ambrosia in your name and honor, Lord Ares. To the god of war, how many foes have I vanquished with your aid and guidance? But more than that, I am pleased to know you and to be your cousin.
Yay.
Such an exquisite gift this is indeed. Yet the destruction you have sown, the sheer carnage, nothing can surpass that, I should think. Should you ever go to war, my kin, genuinely go to war, I mean, do look me up. I imagine I would take your side.
I will take your side just cause I like you, man. Bond-forged Ares. Ha ha ha.
Hear me on my authority.
I might as well take this. I'm not using casting for anything.
Cerberus just loves whatever this stuff is.
Woo! Okay, now what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. As you mentioned it, I am invading Mount Olympus for giggles. So the meter totally doesn't kill us. Are you in, man? Are you in?
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Wow.
Gods grant me strength.
That's pretty good. Let's go. Final fight, here we go. K1 has yet to give me a loyalty code. Someone look that up. While I'm finding Hades here. Cerberus abandoned his post in order to be. What is a loyalty code and how do I procure one? You own it! That's fantastic.
Crisp cold air.
How do I own it?
You've slipped by Cerberus again, I see. Then draw your weapon, boy.
Borrow money. Did the option to borrow money come up once? Wait, you say that and it's like a sparkle then off like, wait, that option did come up once, didn't it? Oh. Is that me trying to attempt to buy something I can't afford? And then it'll say you want to take out a loan? Oh. Oh. Oh, I don't know. How else can I take out a loan? Large sum of money without asking. Well, I don't know. It was something that was like, you want to take the loans. And it's like, why would I do that? And that was like my second ever one of the game. And then it just hasn't come up since. Oh. Something weird like that.
You think your mother shall make me go soft to
Is that your deepest fear of fate? I imagine Mother would do the opposite of that, Father. Oh, got blasted. Oh my health. Hey, if you actually knock off 2 lives, I'll be a little scaled. Oh, there's one. I think the thing hit me before he actually did.
Let's finish this then.
No holding back.
All shall soon decay.
You wait right there.
Ah, there's another one.
Not yet persuaded to go back, I see.
Alright, bit more serious time.
Zagreus?
Zagreus? That's me.
No comfort from the bitter cold.
Last chance.
Last chance, father! I said get up!
Tell no one at the house. Do you hear me?
I said get up! It's my last chance.
Fought.
That has to have been the laziest fight I ever had with him. Whatever.
Someone very sore right now.
New record, 30 streak. Oh, wait. Is this what theme is? My victory screen is what I changed? Lava? Infernal? Yeah, that's it. Woo. Okay. That's funny. Had some lackluster boons on that one, but still did it.
Time to fish. Think I got one.
Sturgeon.
That's one big sturgeon.
Like a sturgeon.
Alas, the wisely spoken Zagreus stumbled upon a pit of deadly spears, perhaps.
I like how the narrator has to stutter on himself like You immediately know when you see it, but do keep going to shops. Do keep going to shops, yeah, okay. I know.
It's been a while, everybody.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you for waiting.
Champion Spongo had it coming. Cause of Death Minotaur. Wow.
Hello. Signed you in. You're good to go.
That's a very unique shade to be killed by a Minotaur. Like a badge of honor.
Go on, Hades. Try saying something nice to him for once.
Go on, Hades.
Well done, Zagreus.
Cerberus makes no attempt to move.
See you. You like it when you get pets like this, don't you, boy?
Yay. Oh, good.
Please do be careful out there, Zagreus.
Hey, you don't even have new dialogue?
My child, I thank you for the love of flowers, child. They make my corner of the house hospitable. Such simple comforts never were for me, and yet, Now that I am surrounded by them, I have found that I enjoy their presence more than I would have admitted in the past.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you like them, Nix. Though if you don't, just give the word and I will have them removed. Probably incinerated for good measure. Now that you mention it, though, how come you were always in this corner in particular?
Yeah, what makes this corner your corner?
This point is closest to the center of the house, to its foundation, and therefore to the center of the entire realm.
You don't say.
Makes sense. Mostly. Fine work from the house contractor.
Yeah. Do I want more gemstones? I'm not upgrading weapons anymore. Yeah.
His Titan blood, then.
It's so silly, but at this point, whatever.
Look at what I caught, Chef.
Oh, well, fish. Nectal, Titan blood back. Gems.
Use them wisely, my friend.
Ooh.
A word, Prince?
Here's super exclamation point. Let's go!
I need your help with something, lad. As I'm about to risk it all, I think. Will you hear me out?
Yes.
Of course, sir. What is it? I'm listening.
The pact I signed with your father. It must be buried somewhere down in the administrative chamber there. I dared not ask that you locate it, out of fear that tampering with it would only make things worse, except
that fear is for the weak, Achilles, sir.
Fears for the weak. Fears for the weak.
Indeed. Besides, your father has been more abiding than I expected with how you were able to nullify the terms for Orpheus and Sisyphus alike, so...
Ooh.
Perhaps my case isn't a lost cause yet.
Ooh. You have to cancel out the other two contracts for him to be like, maybe me too? Get mine out of here too, perhaps?
I'll speak with Nix about it the next chance I get. And I'll be careful, sir. I promise you.
Yeah, finally some progress. Obviously foretold and everything. What?
How's your relationship with Nix been lately, Dusa? She strikes me as a pretty intense supervisor. You getting on okay?
Oh, Miss Nix? I'll do whatever she says. Why? Did she say something about me? She did. Oh, why would you be asking otherwise? Oh no, am I losing my job?
Hey, no, it's not like that. It's just a feeling that I've had from glimpses of the interactions that I've seen between you two. I haven't always got along with Nix, but I know she cares deeply about this house and everyone in it, including you.
Oh.
Well, that's nice to know. She cares about my work performance, that's for very sure, and I'm doing everything I can to live up to and exceed her expectations. Tell her that.
I may not use those exact words.
Exceed.
How's everybody doing? At least you're not working with me, though, right?
Hey, got him.
Never seen anyone drink this stuff.
So I finally got all the weapon upgrades.
Let me guess. 748. Still fancy.
Fancy.
Shades line up.
Yeah, so that's just the victory screen thing. Cute. Also, I hope they don't make me buy everything.
What are these shades up to?
Hopefully it's because it's late again after all. Slipped. Ooh. That's the first time I've seen those shades actually develop what they say.
That's one prophecy out of
A hot-seeking bow.
Coronach Tower, close by now.
Games playing got developed. Divided by death. Something on the bench. I'll make some attempts to integrate you and get up as exalted, placing another wood for the one he loves. Oh. So there's no great need now to have specific guards, specific weapons. It's free reign at this point.
I can get stronger.
Which means I want to try something hard here.
Skelemius.
16 hard.
Let me have it already, boyo. No holding back.
Oh no, I already gave it to him. See? Spawn Forge, Ares, You share a blood-bound bond. Some of the strongest kinships formed during the darkest of circumstances. I got to see him on that last floor in the Sado tunnel and let me give him the ambrosia. It was one for all these guards except for Omi's here. In which case it said 2. But that should be fine. Yeah. So only Omi's had a special case, and I guess it's fine because he's the guy that would show up the most often. Oh, that looks like a lot. Alright, do that later, catch him up. So that was probably wasn't that running even still, and finally opening up this old storyline. So I still gotta talk to Artemis and Damien. Alright. But the thing I want to equip is Athena. Athena will help me out with Divine Dash. I'm gonna go for a 16. I still like the aspect of Zeus. I like the extra attack of it. I'm gonna get one more time blood. Just to fully equip it for this 16 heat one I'm about to attempt.
Here you go.
And I'm betting it all here. I don't care about streaks or continually winning at this point. I just want to get things done.
As far as we can go. Good to go.
Right.
I need to use the pact on my way out.
So full stall. That's 10 heat. I'm gonna go over that 12. I'm going for the 16 for that landmark. I can do this. Your choices can really hold. It holds more than I thought it would last time I used it. Alright, this is it. The lot of enemies and harder enemies. But nothing should be game breaking in a usual attempt of a one. So let's go.
Extra work for those bounties.
Here we go.
The infernal arms are sealed away for a reason, boy. Your curiosity exceeds your common sense. But heed my words. You stay away from those accursed things.
Haha, no. They're in my backyard.
I'll be sure to say hello.
Athena.
Here on Olympus is the opposite of everything about that lifeless squalor you reside in, Zagreus. Fight on and come to us.
Okay. There's Divine Dash. Time to win. The one skill to make anyone as easy as pie. I have to keep my wits about me more so than usual, but shield is the go-to weapon of choice. If anything difficult.
Some nectar there.
I want some money. This is gonna load out. I think it just does more dash damage. Yeah, it's technically doing damage if I dash into an enemy with it. It's the least useful kind of level, but it does count. Air skating is always nice to see. What do you have for me? A Super Zeus? Do I want Zeus? Zeus would do good damage and still Air of Escape. Really nice. Really nice. And then... yeah, it does damage. A little bit, but it does. I really like the meter though. The meter really makes things smooth. I think I'm gonna lock in the meter. Because as good as Zeus Boon is, locking in the meter is like triple the benefit easy. Boss strike would be still nice.
Athena has imparted you her wisdom, Zagreus. A simulacrum of the real thing, at any rate.
Wow.
True wisdom only comes with age, I think.
Stop boasting how old you are. Yes. Yes! I don't even take Chaos at this point. Other than those things. I'm not worried about the K-On shop thing at the very moment. I'm going for boons.
Welcome to Chaos.
Hey, Nix.
Please go ahead and do not mind me, child.
Now for attack percent boon, exactly.
It's wise goddess Athena has imbued you with her charms, I see, O son of Hades.
Indeed.
Perhaps to her, you are a tool with which her broken family may yet be mended.
Perhaps. Oh. Reviews are hidden, huh? This epic level, that's a lot of extra money. That's a lot of extra money. And for I can avoid casting easy. And being able to buy more stuff would make a lot of difference. And it is the least amount of councils. I think I gotta take it. That's just too much money to pass up. It's just a bit too much money. Yeah, especially that. Exactly. Sorry, where was the boss? Oh! Uncle Special wouldn't be so bad. Would not be bad at all, and then it'll just randomly be deflected? Sure, I'll take that. It's an unreliable sort of special that I can't aim, so might as well reflect stuff for me. Yeah, exactly. Reflect the money's not up yet, so I'll take a little extra health while I can. Do you feel the difference of how I was playing with the bow and just the in-your-face damage you can do with the shield? I don't need health. Ooh, upgrades. Upgrades. Ooh. And you have a lot more power with them, because your hits telling them to detect too. And I've got like my ideal set already. A fast and deflecting. Nothing can hold you. Nothing can deflect the Emerald Splash. Ah.
My Chaos Boom switched to a new effect.
Ooh. I remember this. Oh, I remember this. I remember the power of a chainsaw.
Nice and steady.
Oh, that was a fun one. Let's see if I can replicate that. Chaos is already activated, huh? Looks like it. Time for money. With less knockback, it just means more impact. More! Now get homies for faster attacks.
Alright, Regis, get to work.
Oh, just one of these. Alright, I'm at 528. Let's see where I end up. Passively deflecting. Just as I thought it would.
You lived through all that.
Not that much extra money, but I made something. Don't have too much trouble. Alright, 16 heat 1, going pretty nicely so far. I think this aspect, shield is already my favorite weapon for just protection and offense capabilities. And this is my favorite aspect on it. Just extra damage that I'm not even looking at. And it can just do it on its own. It's free range, it's like a second player how extra damage it's doing.
Here, fishies. You're mine.
Knucklehead.
Got me a knucklehead.
Is Knucklehead the best fish you can catch in the first floor? It's starting to feel like that. Alright, how do I borrow money? I don't think I can borrow money. I don't really care for Ares as a thing to buy. I will buy a level up.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
Yep. I can't. Maybe I have to wait for one where I just have less money to start with. In either case, in any case, on I go.
I'm back, ladies.
Heyo. It's deflecting full move. enjoy the first boss, but
Time soon.
damn it, really no. Alright. The next opponent choice. Actually leveled up to 3. Nice. Maybe it already was. What trinket will give me the boost I want? But I should be thinking, what set of abilities do I want? I like Dionysus' bomb. Festive Fog would be nice to have, and I haven't gotten anything for that yet. But I think what cast I would like, that's the one that comes up easily. Yeah. But his sets would be nice. Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Thank you.
About powers, about drive. We stay thirsty. We drink ambrosia.
We're getting somewhere.
Anyways, at least I'll be able to give them some ambrosia. August even in the toughest.
Don't mess with me right now.
Deflecting the bomb is always nice. Gift. Make sure you get the gift.
I salute you, Lord Hermes, with this rarest of delicacies. Pretty rare here, anyway. You never show it, but I can only imagine how hard you must be working to back me up. Cheers.
I almost thought it was glitched out, like gonna be stuck while talking to the dialogue.
You know, the last time anybody offered me ambrosia from the underworld was never before now. That's quite a gesture on your part. You could have just as well taken my services for granted, and I'd not have minded in the least. But thank you, cuz.
Oh. Oh, granted. Oh. Oh, one more. Okay, what do I want from you?
Afraid that Dionysus couldn't be here for you, boss. Though punctuality has never been one of his stronger suits.
This is something that he said before. When you have a trinket but that god doesn't show up yet, he comments that that god didn't show up yet. So because I got the Dionysus trinket, it's like, I got here before him. Oh, good. Move speed would be more beneficial out of these 3. Move speed. There's Dionysus. Let's get him while the getting's good.
Moving right along.
Sorry, he can't be here. I'm just too fast. Yeah, I got reflecting. What's it to you?
Dionysus.
Succinct.
That underworld of yours places a real pit, isn't it, Zag? A shame you're stuck down there. But we are gonna get you out of there together, you and I.
Yay. That's what I want. I don't care for that aid, and I certainly don't care to replace Divine Dash. So Trippy Shot is the thing I wanted. Perfect. I got it. I got the ultimate loadout. And it's mine, mine. This doing more chunky damage than never hurts.
Refreshing.
Yeah, now Dionysus. Ah, that's the witches. Yeah.
Witches circle.
Oh, I just noticed something that makes everything better. I can't believe I didn't figure this out sooner.
My feelings.
Ooh, no. Cast blasts an area of freezing festive fog. So here's something I just realized by accidentally pressing buttons. You press it again and it comes back to you. I always just took it for, it'll come back to me when it comes back to me. But no, you press it and it will home back to you. I can control it more. This is sublime, so to say even. Let's continue on, shall we? So if it's just on the other corner of the map, I can just be like, hey, get over here. And it will just come back to me. It won't get back to me faster, but at least make its way to me. And that is so much control, power. I don't need to micromanage it too much, but if I just feel like it's too far away, I can always say, baby, come back. They'll be right there for me. Okay. Gems. I feel like going Hobble. Pretty slow. Extra money. For someone that only got 105 health. Ooh, a super homie's good, huh? Let me toss my topples and drop my eyes. None of that's better than a potential homie good. Well, just gotta not get hit. So be a bit more careful,
You have my attention.
Wretches of the underworld, take him.
Take me now.
Do like a challenge.
Shoot me. Man, this guy was dangerous. He shot like 10 times in a row. But it worked out. This is good. Ooh, this is fantastic. The more dashes. It has been a while since I've seen this. But 2 dashes even?
Godspeed.
Time to win. Time to just clear the floor. I'm gonna go to the shop. I have money. I have money to spend now.
Just what I need.
I like this thing a lot of damage. I might as well buy Ares. I get the set I want, and Ares does offer good extra bonuses.
Your boatman there is a reliable deliverer of death, it seems. And that makes 3 of us, I think.
Better than most other effects. Yep. Just like that. Everything's just better. Just like that. The only alternative would have been an Artemis for a whole special, but it's fine.
Not really in a talking mood this time, Lenny.
I can stand to take someone else. All the guys are holding me. That was a bit of a close one, but still, it was only close because of how little health I had to begin with. I gotta get that health pool a bit up. That's okay. It's okay. No deaths. Still okay. So I got what I wanted with that. Precisely, it's just that ability. Weapon benefits me more. The long run. I'm not worried about specifically clearing stuff. I might equip the tooth on the last floor just to be around that. But the thing that would give me more longer range would be the Bolt Blossom. This is fine.
Get out of this.
Moving on.
Yes.
Yes. Make it halfway through 16 heat.
The fields of Elysium.
I kind of desperately need health at this point. I'll pass up an upgrade because I got good upgrades as it is. I already feel better. More than me. Maybe I can get killing freeze and just get more damage. I forget about my goal was technique. Perfect for these little bonus. It feels like I cast this specific duel faster. I don't know.
It's Lady Demeter. In the name of Hades.
That's not bad. An extra effect. This is fine.
Do you ever think to yourself that you were born a bit too late, my kin? For my part, I wish that I could have been there myself when my father and the others waged ferocious war against the Titans. Ah, it must have been a sight.
I just wanted to kill them too. Let's see, what gods do I have? Dionysus gets drunk. Athena that only makes you invincible, which... Minos just makes the vortex. This would be similar to Poseidon. Not as long, but it would do damage. So I'll take it.
Kill or be killed.
1k damaging Greater Call. Yeah. But that's nice. That's nice for an extra attack thing to do. Ooh, gotta get more Demeter stuff. Gotta level. It's free damage.
Mother of all soul catchers.
You can't teleport from me. Get that out of here. So all of you. You don't stand a chance any of you. You will give me back my health.
I'll keep my soul for now, thanks.
Killing freeze! Killing freeze! Killing freeze! Oh. Freedom! Yeah, it's just get the lanes faster, it seems.
Let's crawl with these.
Oh, I don't think so. Wants to kill. There's a level up.
Keep it going for a bit.
Oh! More damage potential or health? I'm making this a point. And I don't think this is gonna... Oh, maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Actual damage doesn't compare to the vital need of extra health I have. Yeah, store stuff can come for easy when I'm just in the midst of take a break and relax. I'm going full mission mode here. No mistakes. Heck, if I even had one Death Defiance missing, I would probably have taken that. But I don't, so I don't. Dionysus? I don't want... More max up is more health from Death Defiance. As layers as cumulative effects indeed. I don't care about a Super Dionysus boon. Anything it can give me isn't going to be that astounding. Health trumps it. Easy. More health. Ooh. Exactly. Just gotta keep it building up. Same man. I can't attack rolling it. But that's fine. It's good for repositioning if I had to. If I was in a tight spot and I needed to not be in that tight spot, that would be good to activate on the pinch. Like if I'm stuck behind pillars and I see green pools opening under me, shockwaves surrounding me. Ah, yes. That would be a time to use it. That has its use. I don't mind more things, sure. Whatever you can give me won't be bad. Yeah, this will be good. Exposed. Yeah, that's just good. An extra thing to happen. These things. One's gonna have been nice, but it didn't show up. So let's buy some stuff. Buy. I'm off to spend. Yeah. What are these?
Use this.
Don't need that health, but I will take an extra boon for my troubles.
Greetings. It is I,
Oh, hi. Your blade lift effect lasts long and pulls in. I think that's just talking about the call. That's silly. Ah. Heals a boon that I don't normally take that I can predict will be useful. In the final boss specifically. Deal more damage. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is all planning towards that final boss. Because I plan on dying at least 2 times in that fight. And that just means... I wonder if it would stack. Would it stack each time you use it, or it's just the once? Wow. Probably just the once.
Few others in Elysium are so unwise to take up arms against Asterius and myself.
Alright, this boss fight, while tough, doesn't usually kill me, but it does do a lot of damage, so let's try to minimize that. That's fine, I got 4 dashes I gotta make use of. Yeah, it's like a real instant attack. I don't know if that's always intentional. It has to be. Some effect. You're out of here, Wolf. That was great. That was really great.
You're next, King.
I just gotta follow this. Right. I can even just do kill all the damage to him. Oh, you know that one yet? You got a nice spot to die in. Macedonian. Vengeance for my champion. Good. That was perfect.
Who's champion now? Showed them who's boss, didn't we, Shade?
Yeah, Shade, let's go. I still like that. I still like that little rinkadink.
Elysium ought to be harder to escape than that.
Alright, so I got some things upgraded. That was nice. But I am gonna keep the tooth on. Just for that extra chance of not dying. All chances possible. Full power. Let's go. And here we go. Things are going pretty well, but still tough. Everything's still tough all. I'm just really equipped for it, I think. I think it's going pretty good. Another Demetal. I don't care about buying that upgrade. Too much. but that's fine.
Which one?
Another Athena boon would be spell. Get one of the harder ones out. Down and out. Gonna take care of all that. Party lob in the house tonight. Always reliable. I saw one spawn over there. If I can get more damage to stack on that, that'll just be more explosion damage happening. Ah!
The tiny vermin.
Interesting. He makes a shot thing, that's a shot. Yeah, it is one damage next. Let's just sit on the bait. There you're at. That's poison counter. That was fantastic.
I much prefer the gigantic vermin things.
Is this worth it? I don't need to replenish it. But if it restores more health, then that's just a bit more health I have in my full gauges. It's still a percent or 50% of. No, it says 50% right there. So it becomes 62%. Nani? Yeah, 50%. That's like half my health. So this will boost it to 62%. Because that guard gauge, while fine, is only useful once. This would be useful for a lot more hits. Essentially. I think that's good. I think it's good to take it. I think it's good to take it for the anticipation alone. If I actually lost the Death Defiance, I would have restored it. But I did not, because I'm just so good. Alright, let's go health. Health would be good. Increase, make that boon even better. Let's go. Let's go, go, go. Well, that's nothing. No rat. They can't stand. They can't stand. I can take care of these guys quick enough. That's good. Yeah, I can just recall it. shows another attack I have. Hey. He spawned in the wrong neighborhood. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Oh, these guys will keep spawning. Can't even reach you. Luckily, Log's my best range attack anyways. And that's just more health to work with in that final fight. Spirit. Both for the chance of it continuing into the final fight and just to make the next couple of fights that much easier.
Should be able to get
I got money.
A moment.
Speaking of making things easier, let's see what this Demeter boon is.
Cheers, mate.
I like this one. I like that. I'm gonna be using this as much as I can be anyways. That's just more damage. There he's been.
I bet it's in here.
The longer the sack doesn't show up, the more stuff I'll get. So, come early or later doesn't matter to me. It all work towards the end goal. It popped up. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. That doesn't really matter for the fight. This will be okay. A longer invincibility. Sure. Those little seconds. Frames at this point. That's fine. The only thing that's left is money and upgrade, which doesn't matter. I'm going to buy all this anyways. I don't think there's many boons I have left, so let's buy the full 20.
Pleasure doing business.
Top special bonus is still active. Yeah, exactly. So that would just be more damage to deal. I like the explosion effect of this. Yeah, explosion.
Power of Olympus.
Making this stronger is good. And then I can buy this for... yeah, why not? Of course. I bought everything I wanted to, I got that equipped. This is looking fantastic.
The Guardian of Hell itself decides the time has come for a short break
Nice.
and snack.
So, last Hades fight, lazy. Sleepy Topple. This time, all focus, all intent is on this fight. It was stuffed with food. Here we go. I even have a companion with me. Oh.
I'm here, Father. Come on.
Come on.
You come here bearing Brother Zeus's aegis.
Yeah.
I wonder how much more insulting you could be.
I don't know.
What? I haven't even started to insult you here yet, Father. Flustered by the old shield of chaos, then?
Doubtless Zeus does not even remember wielding it. I never should have relied on him for anything after that. Then come. Let's see if you're any better with it than your great uncle.
My great uncle. It doesn't mean like grandfather. It just means my great uncle. Alright, let's go. Lots of fog, lots of shield. Boom, boom, boom. And then those double spin. Hit and one, hit and one. Remember spear attack. Remember the fact that I got 4 dashes. I'm gonna need a ball of this. This might take a bit.
Darkness.
Good thing I just deflect.
Darkness.
There you go. I think he's dead. Yeesh. Mini boss is like its own phase in itself. Alright. Let's feel got me.
Darkness. Darkness. Wrestlers of the underworld, heed me and rise from the earth to do my bidding.
Okay, butterflies too? No. One of these time.
How cordial of a litmus to appear.
Ooh, left me hanging.
Darkness.
This is a little bit of a tough spot here. And still modify. There we go. Yeesh. Mini bosses.
Really? Darkness.
That's phase 1. No death. Surprisingly good.
That done it. Fire.
that's casted.
You wish to anger me?
It's almost... I lived through it. What's not that time? Wide open. He's right. I forgot about the second spin for a second there. I left myself standing on that one. Ares time. That was a good time. That was a good time. That was the exact situation I thought myself to get stuck in. Final phase time. Wow, he went from darkness into a laser. Ooh.
Olympus gave you quite the edge against me then.
Memory time, I don't think we can hold it all of them going crazy. Whoa. That was not bad at all. My ultimate setup worked with me fantastically. This is the ideal setup for me. I even got that summon in to be like, huh, you think you're going to sustain still, are you? Heck yeah, they did.
Quite strong.
Oh, woo.
See you at home.
It lined up perfectly for me, but I wanted it to. 16 heat is now my highest heat and beat. That duo worked really well. Like, it didn't just make it a stronger festive fog lob. It made it like something that would just throw down instantly. And it's just was another one. The old top of life of Hades. Woohoo, 16 heat. And on I go. Only died once.
This realm, Lord Hades.
Inescapable.
That death is inescapable. There is considerable credence to his claim.
Let's see that new Skelly statue. I know it's coming up. I even advanced some plot lines here. Another one complete means more dialogue. Let's see what I got to work with.
Showed you that time, Father.
Heck yeah.
Hello?
Yo.
I want you to go out there and die some other way.
Eh.
Zagreus, come here a moment, please.
Please stop beating your dad. Whoa, mama.
All right. We've matters with Olympus to resolve. They don't know I'm here, most of them, besides Zeus, maybe Athena. They think you're Nyx's son rather than mine, and that your goal is still to join them on their mountaintop.
Did 16 Heat actually progress this, or did I just make enough friends for this to be considered advancing? Gasp. They don't know I'm here, most of them. Besides Zeus, maybe Athena. Zeus definitely knows she's here. Athena may know because she's wise.
What a mess. What can we do? The gods of Olympus have all been very good to me for the most part. I don't feel great about deceiving them. They keep trying to help me escape.
Yeah.
What can we do? We can make peace with them and let them know the truth. So much of it as they would tolerate. Diplomacy is not your father's strong suit.
Nope.
But I'm going to need you two to do exactly as I say. Do you understand?
Do you understand? We let them have as much truth as they can tolerate. We tell them enough to let them know the bigger picture without thinking we completely lied to them this whole time.
Yes, Mother. So what do you intend to do, and how do I fit in?
Just keep doing what you do best, son.
We're going to invite all of them to a little family gathering.
Oh my gosh.
And you shall personally deliver them their invitation, Zagreus.
We're gonna have a family dinner. Go encounter every god again! Have fun! Woo! Let's go, 3 more runs in the bucket. Woo!
Mother, are you serious? So we're just going to have a bash with them, and they'll just see you after all this time and be fine with everything?
And they'll just see you. Hey, I'm glad you could make it. Wait a second, I've been looking for you for 200 years.
They certainly shall not be fine with everything. But Hades and I will be prepared to tell them what they need to hear. Don't worry. I shall do the talking.
Well, if you think you can talk it, then walk it. That's what's best. You're gonna have some new relatives. Yeah! More cousins.
What are you going to say?
What are you going to say?
Oh, you know, that we met, fell in love, eloped, had a child. A child who, once grown, sought desperately to reconnect with his extended family. To the chagrin of his grim lord father.
She had flowers like, ha ha ha, we're gonna time pass the heck out of this one, son. Yahoo! It's gonna be the bashes of all bashes. Met, fell in love, and eloped.
That's all true. As individual statements, at least.
As individual statements? This is all technically true.
Fortunately, our loving and dutiful son at last persuaded his mother and father to reveal their secretive relationship and make an effort to rejoin their great family.
So leaving out the part where you had to find the mom. But yes, technically yes. I did try to escape and get the parents together. Yes. This might work. I believe. I believe.
Your mother won't be happy that you left.
Your mom Cringe.
I'll deal with her. Perhaps I'll have to visit her and the rest of them from time to time, if that's what it shall take. But I'll be back. I have no choice. Did you know that if you eat seeds of an underworld pomegranate, then you cannot leave for 1 month out of the year per seed?
Oh wow, I've been eating a lot of pomegranates. I think she's just lied to me. I think she's just lied to me. And I believed it for a second. She's just making that up. Zagreus, how many of those palms have you eaten? Zagreus! What have you done? I have done nothing but eat pomegranates for 67 months.
No, I never knew that.
What? No.
Neither do they.
Neither do they.
How soon is this family gathering you have in mind going to take place?
Neither do they, son. Oh my gosh. This feast is all pomegranates. You're all stuck here with us. Enjoy.
Soon after you invite them all, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Now go. And trust in me, alright?
Alright.
We have a lot to learn of trust, I think.
Oh, learn of trust, yes. Trust. That's the key word, yes. Trust.
I know what you mean. I'll let you know when it's done.
Prophecy fulfilled! Prophecy foretold! So I didn't need to bond all of them. I just needed to do a heck of a lot to it. Yes.
Cerberus there was anticipating your return.
What do you think about the plane, Ed?
Cerberus is uninterested
Oh.
in conversing at this time.
It's finally getting progressed.
Good boy. More pets are certainly in order here.
Maybe I can't progress. Specifically Demeter. Demeter had something said. And I did, and I thought I already did it, but I guess this would be the next part to make a bond forge with Demeter. This could also didn't beat the game with more than XE thing they talked about. That's possible since it kind of had, because like a lot of dialogue was not showing up, and then as soon as I beat 16 heat, it comes up. Interesting.
I'm in the middle of a song, my friend.
Oh, are you?
Well,
I couldn't tell. I had my ears plugged.
Yusei's doing
How much
alright.
unfinished business? Oh well, insect bite.
As contracted, you did it.
Get out of here, mate. Okay. Yay, more gemstones.
Good deal. Here's the
I just want more and more decorations, huh?
Hey, chef.
Knock ahead. 20 gems.
Done deal.
Achilles!
Achilles, I heard from Lady Artemis out there. It seems you have a bit of a fan in her. She wanted me to tell you you're the best. She's not mistaken, by the way.
Oh, baby?
The goddess of the hunt herself said that. That's very flattering to hear. Good thing she doesn't know I'm all washed up by now. The memories of my glory days.
Okay.
Oh, hi. Hey, Prince, is it really true about Miss Meg and you? I mean, that you're, because if so, then I want you to know. I'm just so happy for the two of you.
Flowers,
It's
flowers.
wonderful, you two. I'm so glad.
Thank you, Dusa. I know you and Miss Meg are close, so I am grateful that we have your blessings. Though
Wow.
we're kind of not out in the open with it necessarily, so if you please, just keep it quiet for us, would you?
We all have a very open. Yeah, I do so.
Oh, you better believe it. I will tell nobody whatsoever. No. I'll just be very, very happy to myself. All right then. Bye.
She's gonna tell someone she's all a talking head. She's a talking head.
Bye.
Man, Dusa? Time pass? No, just Dusa pass. Dusa, please.
Simple.
Not even a cool dialogue, just the fact that it happened.
No.
Go ahead from the head. Classic.
It says it's 48 minutes past the 7th hour.
Woo! None. I holy beat Lord Hades himself. Well, fungus. I did. No, it was 167. Oh, actually wants different stuff. Cute. The ink really does do nothing, it's just something else to spend on. So silly. Yeah. Alright, let's see that new Skelly statue. Come on, come on. I got stuff. You like stuff? What? Oop. Whatever. Sparkle. I can play loud.
Pleasure doing business.
The Queen's plan. So, someday inspired Queen Persephone to develop a plan that might settle the score between the House of Hades and Olympus. The course of more Olympians, so the plan can unfold. Yes.
Took some figuring out, but so does any decent plan, I guess.
Okay. Family reunion. For course of more, so it's close on that heat. So, yeah. I mean, the heat one could have triggered it, but I did just give an ambrosia to homies, didn't I? Exactly one ambrosia homies. I still don't have, I never gave Artemis an ambrosia, but maybe it has like a 6 out of 7 requirement sort of deal. Son of the God of the Dead shall someday deliver Queen Persephone's personalized invitations to each Olympian, so they might gather for a significant announcement. Zeus, Poseidon, Demeter, Athena, Aphrodite, Ares, Artemis, Dionysus, Hermes, report to Persephone and Hades afterward. Ooh, interesting. Interesting.
Musical, right? Won't budge. Not in the mood right now.
Bum bum.
Won't budge at all.
Sometimes I gotta do this to learn how to play. Nice, Skelly.
Less prattle, more battle, boy.
Let's see that new statue. This is what it's all about.
Oh, have I got something for you, boyo?
Finally did it. What do I get?
Woo!
Another Skelly statue. Why am I not surprised?
Because, pal, you are a discerning individual.
Skelly, let me ask you something. Did you really commission 3 nearly identical statues of yourself to goad me into using the Pact of Punishment?
Yes.
I am offended, pal. You haven't even seen the 3rd one yet, so how can you insinuate a thing like that? Maybe I was wrong about you. I thought you really were the one.
No one.
You're only saying that to get me to apologize and try and unlock the last of your 3 identical statues, aren't you?
Yeah.
I would return those statues for a full refund right here and now, if I could move. And if there was a refund policy on them.
Yeah.
I guess they're stuck here then, just like we are.
Statue erected. Skelly's Last Lamentations. Achievement unlocked. Skelly's Last Lamentations. There it is. There was an achievement even.
This one then.
Only 2!
Serious?
He has the same reaction I do. Are you serious? Only 2? I mean, the 16 was just barely doable. Only 2? What can I even add together to get up to that much?
The pact over there is the key to revealing this.
Go on, I dare ya.
Jeez.
Whoa, don't you touch that thing.
And with my ideal layout, actually with my ideal layout, I did do pretty dang good. Just, it'll be needing to do a lot more good with that too. Oh, jeez.
I need to fire up the Pact of Punishment to reveal this.
Do you have the guts?
I'm not gonna do it now, but I want to mentally prepare myself for what even needs to happen for this. Have porks.
That's as much
That's
meat as I can get from
5.
this.
Oh. Speed and attack. Oh. This is terrible. I can't look at this. Only 2 heat for this. Oh, it's nasty. 2 hits on everything. Kill Bill. Heck, just this alone would probably end a run right there. I'd rather get hit hard than have absolutely something devastate me instantly. But I can't buy nothing. So many enemies. All the hard bosses. Everything has more health. 2 porks for each armored foe. Forge a boon. This forced overtime right here would obliterate me, cause that applies to bosses too. Even with my preferred build of the needle helping me out to chill everything, that's not gonna suddenly make everything a popsicle. Approval process. Less choices have been surprisingly really rough. Been really rough for me. I get easier Hades. Jeez. And this is a gross. It is the biggest challenge the game will ask. That's completely optional. I will try to get it, but that's just some grossness there. I don't know. Really use the reroll. Oh yeah, that's true. The reroll could help me out if I needed it. Right. I mean, I'm sure these have been helping me out. 20% more chance for something that's not a basic as heck reward. 10% more chance for legendary and duo. I feel like I felt the impact of these two. One plumbing. It's 3 plumbing. Oh no. It is a big oof. And for 2 heat, like legendary duos make the one that much easier. Especially that duo I had, my goodness, it was obliterating everything for me. If I could just have what I just had again, I would probably be able to handle this, but that's a matter of luck. Jeez. This is a lot of garbage.
Said our goodbyes already, pal.
Well, I'll think about doing that next time, or maybe next time I'll just do invitation ones. Just invitations, you know. But still, Just like use the butterfly for the puff. And never get hit. See, I was preparing myself for it to be 24. 24 he would be like, oh man, that's gonna be a lot of extra, but maybe I can muster up the ability to do it. Only 2. Double. All 3 zones Persephone. That's max level all blooms. Not the most idea, but the only thing I can guarantee a run to be decent is the fact that I can choose a god on the first floor. Divine Dash does do a heck of a lot. Dash Reflect, just make those attacks go away. Scary heat. I might want to see how the epilogue goes along first, I guess. The end of the game. For now though, I think I'm going to end it here. I had 3 solid runs and it's late as heck. Happy New Year's everybody. Woo. With that though, thanks for watching everyone. Good night and goodbye.